Okay, guys, I know you're gonna get tired of seeing me because, but this is really helping me out. It's keeping me from just going deep under. Um, I'm gonna let you guys get to know him a little bit, just like I know him. I know this is probably boring to you guys, but it's gonna help me out. So I know I kind of gave you just a brief summary of how we met because I had other things pressing. But let me just go back to the day that we met each other. I don't know. I don't know. I remember, I remember standing, well, I was standing at the monitor tech station in the back of the nursing station, and this man came in. He was very irate, very, very irate. And my coworker said, "Patience is a crazy man at the desk, and you need to go handle that." I was like, "Really?" So I was like, "Dang, let me go talk to him." Because he was looking all mad. He's like, "Yo, this ain't talk. Yo, um, my daughter just had a baby." I was like, "Okay." He said, "And I need to know how to see the baby." I was like, "Are you the daddy?" He's like, "No, the baby don't have no daddy." Like that. And I was like, I said, "Sir, obviously the baby have a daddy because he's here." Mind, I said, "I don't do babies." So I told him I don't do babies. So I I it was the oddest thing. So I said, "Sir, just give me a moment." I said, "Go ask your daughter where the armband is for the baby." And so he went in there, came back to the nursing station. He said, "Well, she don't know what I'm talking about because she's sick and she can't answer. But I need to go see my grandson, and my grandson is born." And I said, "Listen," I said, "I need you to take your ass back in that room because you're scaring everybody else. And let me call labor and delivery to see how I can get you to see your grandson." He said, "And my daughter is hurting, by the way, and I need somebody to go in there and take care of that right now." Okay. So anyway, I called labor and delivery, and they came by, and then I went in because he was really angry with the nurse who had his daughter because she needed some pain medicine that she hadn't brought in. So I took the pain medicine in, and I told them that the nurse from the labor and delivery would be coming to talk to him because I really don't have no idea what they do over in Mother Baby. So I knew he was pissed off. I said, "God, I'm gonna lose my job for this one." But I guess after the fact, I was I don't know if it was the same day or um, maybe the next day or oh maybe I don't know, I can't recall. But he came to the nurse's station, and I was sitting there doing my work. He had passed by, so he came by. He leaned on the nurse's station. He said, "Listen," he said, "take my number down and call me sometime." I was like, "Take your number down and call you sometime." He's like, "Yeah, um, Shawty, take my number down and call me sometime." I was like, "First of all, I'm not your Shawty." I was like, "Who is this dude?" And then I said, "Second of all, I won't be writing your number down." I said, "If you want me to call you, you'll write it." He said, "Just put it in your phone." I said, "No, if you want me to call you, you will write your number down and I'll call you. And if I keep the number and I keep it, I'll call you." So he wrote his number. He's like, "Oh, okay." So he wrote his number down. I took the number. He was like, "You called me, you won't be sorry." I was like, "Okay." Anyway, 2 weeks had gone by, and I was laying in my bed one day, and I was feeling really hard, um, some kind of way. I was having a bad day, and lo and behold, I always kept that number on my nightstand next to my bed, which is now on the nightstand, his nightstand. So I was looking in my closet, and I was like, God, for once in my life, I want somebody who cares about me and cares about what I need. And I called him. As I didn't have any, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I was thinking, Lord, I don't have nothing. And so anyway, I called him, and he was like, "So you want to go out?" He said, "Man, I thought, well, you know what? I take that back. I was hungry too." And so he brought sandwiches to the job, and they were like fancy sandwiches. I was like, God, he bought some fancy sandwiches to work. I said, I'm gonna call that player. Because I was hungry for real. So anyway, I called him. He said, I'll take you anywhere you want to go. Um, just let me know. So he called me back. He said, "Hey, my grandson's just getting out of the hospital." He said, "As soon as I drop him off," he said, "I'm gonna come take you out." I was like, "Cool." So he did. So we went out to dinner that night, and I had a great dinner. Um, I remember when I met him because I didn't know this man, and I was like, "So who's driving?" So it's the LA Fitness down the street from my house, and I said, "Meet me at the LA Fitness. We'll park there." Because at first I said, "Who's driving?" But when he came to pick me up, it was like I thought I don't know. I thought he was on something or drunk or something. But so I said, "I'll drive." I said, "I don't know about you. You don't look too right." He said, "You think I'd kill you?" But anyway, he showed up, we drove, and we went to dinner, and we had a great time. The next day, we went out again and again and again. But he was the first man to ever show me. He is the first man to ever show me what a gentleman is. Every time we went out, I never had to pay for anything. I never had to open the door. Um, never, never. And and if you think about what's out there and the kind of people that you meet on a daily basis, there was nothing to compare him to because he was his own. Especially when I found out how sick he was. When I found out how sick he was, it all began to make sense. So it didn't matter what I asked for, what I needed, what I wanted. He always made sure I had it. Um, I've never had that in my life before. And you dream of a man that, well, me. I don't know about you guys, but me, I often dreamt of a man to tell me. I've never had a man to say that they were in love with me, ever. And I believed them. Well, I never had one to say it to me. And no, this was even before Valentine's because he moved here February the 10th. And let's see, February the 10th, the 9th, because we went to a concert on February 10th. We went to see Kim and Jeffrey Osborne, and it was good. And I remember his son came over for dinner one night that week. We just had like a busy week. Um, then the following week, he went into the hospital. I knew he was sick because I even went as far as to like just I don't know. I had to talk him into going to the hospital, but yeah, he was the first man to ever say he loved me, and the first man to ever call me his woman, even though he called me shorty. I was thinking, I don't know if I like that shorty word, but it kind of grew on me after a little while. Then I was like, sweet. He called me sweetheart. I was like, oh, don't call me sweetheart. He said, what do you want me to call you? But he said, patience. If you don't, if you don't remember nothing else I say, just remember that I always have your back. And it was very important to him that I knew he was my man, and that I treated him like my man and not like my patient. Um, he wanted to protect me. He wanted to love me, and he wanted to do everything for me. And that was like, this is like the first time that I've ever had that in a man before. Did I understand it? No. I didn't know what it looked like. Um, he touched my heart in places that I never imagined. I didn't think that I would love him back. Um, since he's been here, we haven't been apart. Um, except when I'm at work. But he wanted to take me to dinner every night. Well, I gained weight, but that's okay. He wanted to make sure I have everything I wanted and needed, because he said that's what his job was. My job is to be your man and to support you and to be on your team. So he told me we was in it together. He had this saying, when he was in Vegas, he was real sick, and he took me to the movies. Actually, when I went to Vegas, he wanted to pretend he wasn't sick, but he was very sick, and I remember laying in his room, and he said, "Patience, I'm not a well man, and I don't want you to ever think that I lied to you about being well, because I'm not." And he said, "I have good days and I have bad days, but just know that I do. I'm gonna have good days and bad days." But he would say, I'm gonna be here, and remember that I always have your back. And we're a team. He said, "We're one. We are one." So I'm just babbling on. I know it's probably boring, but this is helping me. Um, yeah. And so anyway, for Valentine's Day, he gave me this cross, and that's when it all started. He gave me this cross that said, "Just remember, patience. If I'm not physically here with you, then I will always be with you." And I didn't put that cross on until after he went into the hospital. Um, Sorry. And now I wear it every day. But then he has a cross that he wears on his neck all the time. It has the Our Father like scribed on it, and he also had a ring to match. I thought it was like the coolest thing. But then I noticed his daughter have a cross too, and he said this cross is very significant just because I guess I don't know maybe he gave it to everybody he loved. I don't know, but if his daughter had one and I have one, then I think it's very special. I consider that an honor. And I didn't realize she had one until it broke. And then she brought us like, "Daddy, my necklace is broke." And so yeah, um, yeah. So and I anyway, but he still is. That's why I say I know he's a prideful man. He didn't want me to see him in a certain light. And then he would tell me, he said, "Patience, if I'm not ever able to enjoy you laying beside me," he said, "I don't want to be here." I don't think it come to that. I'm just venting. Um, he taught me how to dream about things. Um, he called himself my king, my man, my one and only. I've watched so much basketball here lately that he tried to teach me the game, but of course I didn't really pay attention. Mm, he wasn't even hard to please. He never ever complained. He never one time say, "Well, baby, I can't do that because I can't breathe." He never said, "Patience, I can't do anything because it's hard." Because when I look at him, one day he cooked me dinner. And I said, "Stacey, you're good. I can finish." She said, "No, I'm making this dinner for you because that's what I want to do." Yeah. So anyway, let's see. That's just a few memories that I have. So hopefully this week will bring forth good news, and maybe you guys will get to meet him. Um, because I told him that maybe perhaps he could come on, meet you guys. He told me, he said, "This is what a man does when they love their woman, Patience." And it's a great lesson. It's a great lesson. And I'm happy he's teaching it to me. So I started, like I said, I started praying for peace this week with situations, and God gave me peace. So I have to pray that God's going to carry me through this. He promised me 10 years. I had this joke. I was like, you're kind of older than I am, so I need you to promise me 10 years, Stacy. He said, I got it. He said, I got 10 years. He said, but what's the 10 years? I say, you got to be 10 years with somebody before you can get their Social Security. And so we laugh about that. And then he has this saying, we're going to ride until the wheels fall off. And by God, we've been riding until the wheels fall off. He said, you're going to ride. That's what he told me when I left Vegas. He said, yeah, we're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. When he got to Vegas to go see his dad this week, he was like, man, he said, I sure miss you. He said, do you know you're my best friend? I said, I am. He said, yeah. He said, you're my best friend. You're my lover. He said, you're all that. I said, I'm all that. He said, yep, you're all that. It's a wonderful thing to have somebody just express how they feel about you. Anyway, this is my other vent session for the night. Maybe I won't have any more, but like I said, keep me in your prayers. Great seeing you guys again, and thank you for the support.